But I'll only use a snippet of it, which is Matthew 5:14, and it says, you are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. And when I read this verse, what I was thinking about. I mean, I read the whole verse, but I pulled this part out. I've been missing for a couple of days, but in this whole world being dominated by, if we see that everything that happens around us daily, the influences, the news, the media, whatever's happening around us, we all know that there's influence, and the influence of the righteous, the gracious influence of God is often minimized. You know what I mean? Some people even oppose it. Like people, what we stand for, people go out of their way to oppose. You know what I mean? And the reality is, the devil's job is to always try to dim the light, you know, that God shines on us to be reflected on this earth. Because God shines all the time, but He uses us. He says, we are the light, we are salt and light. We are the reflection of His goodness, of His graciousness, of His blessing, of everything that He is. We are His reflection, His image. We are the refraction of that light that God puts out. And basically, He says, our light can't be snuffed out. Our light can't be put out. That's the only thing. Darkness can't take effect in light. Darkness does nothing to light. Light affects darkness. That's how it always been. Without light is just darkness. We all know that part. But we have to always remind ourselves, to be agents of light. You know what I mean? In this world, like how do we behave towards people? Whether it's a hostile environment or it's a comfortable environment, people should be able to see, the light of God in us. Because to be honest with you, in this life, it's more of a walk than a talk. We could say a lot of things. You know, everybody could pull up a little candle. You know what I mean? Or put up a flicker. But when it counts, do you shine your light for God? Do you have the spotlight? You know what I mean? To be able to show someone the way that God wants us to live. And in this day, I'm thankful that God gives that God blesses us with this opportunity, I should say, to reflect His character and to give us grace in all the things that we do, to be able to reflect His character as His children. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's this a world we live in. So it's amazing to know that we have a God that entrusts us, because in all honesty, He don't need us. God don't need none of the stress, none of the people, none of the things. He put us here. He gave us grace. He gave us mercy every day. We could have just been in hell. We could have been born and directly placed into hell. He didn't have to give us an opportunity to be a light unto this world, to be the example of what he did. He gave us the free will, and in that free will, He allows us to impact, other people. So I'm thankful for that. Thankful for my wife. Thankful for my family. Thankful for my friends. And thankful for you guys for coming out every day, man. I missed the group. I was out a couple of days traveling, and time differences again had me way off. So thank you guys, and I pass the mic on to Gary. Guys, have a good morning.